Disappear! Go! You're free now!
You can't run! Well, try. Time to fulfill my
blade!
I see through you!
Burn!
Don't be a killjoy! We've only just begun!
Cool it!
You can't run! Well, can I? Don't be a killjoy! We've only just begun!
Farewell!
You got it! You can't run! Well,
See you in the night.
this is a time for a break here! Don't be a killjoy! We've only just begun!
It isn't time for a break yet.
I see through you! You can't run!
Damn you!
Should be fun.
Don't be a killjoy! We've only just begun!
Don't get frostbite. Yeah, with the wind!
I see through you! You can't run!
Wind blade!
Is that all you got?
Dodge this!
Don't be a killjoy! We've only just begun! You can't run! Well, run from debt.
I'll keep this close. Is this an answer from this world?
I will protect you. I must leave no stone unturned.
We'll need more where that came from. reward on the road.
Have a load of this.
Huh? Dodge this!
This moment will be frozen in time. Freeze!
Wind blade!
As a good knight should. Leave it all to me.
Disappear! A reward on the road. Is this an answer from this world?
There's no end to this. Verdict is... Cool it! Freeze! Oh, so sorry.
Wind blade! A reward on the road.
Ugh, you again. Look, I told you, we're not interested in the kind of cooperation you describe.
Come on, there's no reason to get upset. Oh, since our last negotiation, I've come up with a new proposal, which I think you'll find has far more benefits for you. First things first, Wangsheng Funeral Parlor will prioritize the Adventurers Guild requests above all others. You'll also receive 100 of our signature wooden coffins for free, together with your first order. That's not all. We also provide an on-site cadaver collection service covering almost all regions in Liyue. Now, we do charge a slight premium for a very small number of especially dangerous areas, but don't you worry about that. I promise you, it's still...
I don't think you're hearing me.
Okay, all right. I get it. You want to bargain a little more, but our offer as it stands is already quite a good deal, don't you think? Just think about it. An adventurer's life is full of unexpected...
Yeah, no. I'm not so sure that saying applies in this context. Speaking of precautions, I'd rather focus on keeping my adventurers safe in the... It's time for you to go. I have to attend to other matters.
Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, what would you say to a group discount? 30% off for parties of 10?
Director, please, you did your best. We don't need an...
If Paimon understood all that correctly, it seems like she's trying to sell them the funeral parlor services.
Nothing left to do here. Let's go back to Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. Rejecting a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. It's their loss. Some things are inevitable. It's only a matter of time. Seems like the old ways are the most reliable. Mung, are you done preparing our promotional materials?
My apologies.
Trust me, they're going to work wonders. Clients in need come to our door and write down their commissions on blank wooden tiles. Then they squeeze those inside the parlor through the crack. I fulfill the request written on each tile to make sure our clients are satisfied with the service, no matter if it's an obituary, cremation, or... Although, it is a bit of a hassle with the constant back and forth. If only we could burn them by the batch.
No, Director, I'm not asking about the wooden tiles themselves, but about the special offer they advertise.
Wangsheng Funeral Parlor should keep up with the times. Just think about it. If we don't attract new clients, we'll be left with nothing, won't we? Business development is a crucial element of every prosperous enterprise. I've been trying various marketing strategies ever since I became the director. I put up posters just like all the other shops, but the Millilith promptly removed them. Then I organized the Wangsheng Visitors Day.
Well, that doesn't come as a huge surprise.
And finally, I discovered that the traditional ways are the most reliable after all. I took inspiration from the wisdom of previous directors. So now, I go from door to door looking for people and organizations willing to cooperate. The other method I'm trying is using the wooden tiles as coupons, just by writing things like, buy one, get one free for the holder of this tile on them.
What do they buy and what do they get?
A solid and durable second home, of course. Well, they may not need it right away, but they can be sure that when they... All right, Mung, keep adding those special offers to the wooden tiles. The future of our business depends on it.
I'm still not...
Oh, I get it. You think that our special offer is not comprehensive enough, right? It is true. I was offering all kinds of great benefits to the Adventurers Guild because they are a new client. But in doing so, I neglected my old clients. You're right. It's unfair. Let me do some market research. Wait here, my faithful assistants. I'll be back with you in a moment.
Paimon already told you we're not your assistants! Guess we got dragged into somebody else's business again. Let's look around while she's away.
You must be the director's new hires.
Not us! We're just very curious about Wangsheng Funeral Parlor and...
Well, I wouldn't get too curious if I were you. The director is tactful when it comes to what should...
Her? We should get going. Let's go find Hu Tao.
That Settled then. Write it like this. Wangsheng Funeral Parlor Bumper Sale. Buy one. I love it. Better than all that lifeless brochures.
But Director, isn't Lifeless the name of the game?
That's old hat. We're opening up new...
Why does Wangsheng Funeral Parlor need to open up? Yes,
Poor guy's giving up.
Right. We should get going. I am not letting new business escape.
We?
Who else? Do you see any...
Stop adding little afterthoughts like that. It creeps people out.
Just a joke. Lighten up. The way I see it, people make death scarier than it really is. What people truly fear about departing this world is suffering and regret. To deal with the trauma, they let their imaginations run wild with notions of ghosts and evil spirits. Oh, baseless fantasies. What we've ended up with is a topic that people are morbidly afraid of talking about. If I don't broach the subject, then Wangsheng... Oh, more approachable and appeasable than you'd imagined?
Paimon wouldn't say that. Let's just say at least it didn't hurt us.
You must have come across a particularly ferocious entity. The job of Wangsheng Funeral Parlor is to guard the border between life and death. One component of this is correcting notions of death and the afterlife that people may hold. Simply put, for those unable to see the border, so for ordinary folks, the best case scenario is ignorance of all matters concerning spirits in the afterlife, or even better, a belief that none of it exists.
Then you really don't have any excuse for spooking the heck out of people.
You make it sound so abominable. I'm just trying to get them to see the humor in it all. I never thought you'd be such a bore. Never mind. If you stick by me, everything will become clear. All right, let's get going. Follow me.
Director, wait. What about Big G? Don't forget.
Big G? Who's that?
Oh, nothing. Just something Mung's been pleading with me to take care of. Should be a piece of cake.
Where are we going?
To visit an important potential client. I'll lead the way.
Sorry.
Hello, I'm Hu Tao, director of the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor.
Okay, so why would someone from Wangsheng Funeral Parlor be looking for me?
Nothing major. How are you feeling these days? Any aches or pains? You shouldn't ignore them, by the way. When we're healthy, it's easy to forget the crushing fragility of life. So, aches and pains, best to keep an eye on them.
What are you getting at? I'm in great health and enjoying life very much, thank you. Go and find some other poor soul. Goodbye.
Why do they get angry? What's wrong with a few earnest health tips?
And you are?
Hello there. Would you be interested in understanding...
Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. I'm not in need of your services. So you're out here looking for new customers? Don't you think this might be a bit of a crass way of going about it?
Hardly. Isn't this the fashion these days? Bring the service to the customer and all that.
I'm not sure it's every service that falls into that. Anyway, please bother someone else if you don't mind.
Another failure. Still, not the end of the world.
Paimon's curious. Does this approach ever work out for you?
Don't apologize. Get to know us. We've got a new... Ever hear the saying, out with the old, in with the new? Well, going out with the...
If you keep talking like this, I'll have to call the Millilith.
No. Okay, relax. We're leaving. But Wangsheng Funeral Parlor awaits your
You really don't give up, do you?
Are you trying to make me feel better? Well, thank you.
Not really. This is...
Business development? Is that what... Surely you don't think all that was business development?
Then what was it exactly? Traumatization for its own sake?
No. The business development and... I was helping to find somebody for Mong. As it turns out, the big G that Mong is looking for is a ghost adrift in the mortal realm. The three we saw just now were all people I suspected of being followed by Big G. But so we just had a quick chat, and I left it at that.
Why didn't you say so?
Huh? What would I need that? Were you seriously hoping that the director of the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor was going to start healing people?
Paimon was trying to subtly imply that...
Well, let's leave that for now and head back to Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. Mung, I'm back. I'm afraid...
I see. Well, I'm just sorry.
Who is this Big G anyway?
I guess Big G was one of them. I've never forgotten. But recently, after one such visit, I started to feel strange. Now, I can't help but wonder. Perhaps. I don't have proof, but I can't stop worrying. How would I ever come to terms with my childhood friend becoming an evil spirit?
That's why he joined Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. And in fact, what Meng has said is entirely plot. But as for evil spirits, I think you're scaring yourself. Even I have only encountered malevolent forces.
But are you sure there's no danger?
You see what I mean? Look at the state of him. Those people we found today were also Meng's childhood friends. I thought there was a good chance Big G might have hidden among them.
Wong Hill, childhood friends? Seems like we're out of leads.
Sorry, excuse me. Is this Wangsheng Funeral Parlor? My name's Luo Chung. Some of my friends and I went to Wuwang Hill the other day on a dare. After I returned home, I fell ill. I think that it's a curse, right? I've been cursed by a demon.
Say no more. There's no doubt it's a demonic curse, all right, and a serious one at that.
You believe so too? Then it's just like they say in the tales of old. The vengeful spirits of the gods who fell in the Archon War. And if the curse isn't lifted, it will burn through the body, laying waste to flesh and bone. The symptoms I'm having are just like those described in the tales.
Wuwang Hill? No, I...
Hold your horses, both of you.
Isn't that exactly what you...
Wangsheng Funeral Parlor specializes in demonic...
All right, don't panic. However, in order to lift the curse, we need a suitable... Come with me, my trusty assistants. I'm going to...
I guess I'll come too.
Help him make the preparations first. The incense exorcism, the one I taught you. When you're ready, come and find me. Once we've finished...
Okay, I guess.
Right. Let's go. No ritual at all. We just need to kill... Wait, you didn't take all that vengeful god's... You saw those too. One thing... Now you see why I believe that ordinary folks should be kept in the dark. I've seen too many people lose their senses on account of things like this. And the best way to do that is to make a great show of destroying the boogeyman they believe in before they're...
Sounds like you're onto something. After all, we're only afraid of what we don't know.
Because you can't guarantee that telling an ignorant person... What I can do is pretend to pull back anyone who believes their time is...
Makes sense. But why would anyone believe...
Do you know the history of the Yaksha? They once fought against the ancient... That resentment turned into a pestilence spreading amongst the ordinary folk. Hysteric people mistook it for the curse of the gods. The plague took the lives of many, which only furthered its spread, as the dead were a breeding ground for the disease. Then someone discovered...
Paimon didn't see that coming.
Yes. Anyway, it took many years, but eventually... We've dealt with similar phenomena multiple times throughout the ages. Each time we successfully restored the balance between life. To sum it up, we are gatekeepers. So when I say this curse is just a figment of the imagination, I say it with more certainty than most. But I also can't really go telling people that... Anyway, let's wait a bit more and get ready for the show. This Layla... Oh, you're finally here. We just finished our preparations. Now, look here. This device is used to drive away evil spirits. But don't worry, the traveler here is a seasoned warrior and will assure our safety. Oh, right. I forgot to tell you.
Will that really solve my problem?
Trust the director. She might look like a weird.
How can you call me a weirdo? I mean, wouldn't you say it's more charmingly naive? Or... All right, let's get down to business.
Is it really possible to materialize the curse?
Cool it!
I'm counting on you!
Freeze! Disappear! Windblade! Dodge this!
Time to clean up. Steady as stone.
Don't get frostbite. Freeze! Verdict is...
Leave it all to me.
Cool it!
How are you feeling? Did the curse leave your body?
Yes, I feel more invigorated than ever before. I'm cured. I can't express how grateful I am for your and the Traveler's help. If it hadn't been for you, the curse would have taken my life.
Great. In which case, I guess now I can tell you. You've been...
What?
This exorcism device? People like you wouldn't recognize it, but it's just an old ley line monolith deceptively effective at attracting monsters. And those were real monsters, not a manifestation of your curse. So riddle me this. If I didn't do anything to lift the curse, then what's the cause of your sudden recovery?
The curse wasn't real? Then why was I sick?
Well, you caught a cold, ate something bad, or just scared?
How unexpected.
I also didn't expect that.
Don't mention it. Human life is short. Enjoy it while it lasts.
Wow. I shall head back. I'm sorry for troubling you.
I feel relieved to see that it wasn't Big G's doing. However, unless he crosses the border, there will be... Since we are done with the matter at hand.
I believe that won't be needed. He found us first.
Big G?
I didn't mean to...
This is Big G. He's just...
how are you feeling?
Yes. I can't express how grateful I am for you.
Great. And with this exorcism device? And those were real monsters, not a... So riddle me this.
The curse? Then why was I sick?
Well, you caught a cold, ate something bad, or...
How unexpected.
I also didn't expect that.
Don't mention it. I found a way. Human life is short. And
Wow. What a weird thing to say. I shall head back.
I feel relieved to see that it wasn't Big G's doing. Since we are done with the matter at hand, can we resume our search for
I believe that won't be needed. He found us first.
Big G?
I didn't mean to bother.
This is Big G?
Oh, well, he is a spirit. It's quite normal that he looks just like he did when he left this world.
That's not what Paimon imagined when Paimon first heard the name Big...
Let's bring him back to Wangsheng Funeral.
After all that's happened, Paimon's not even sure what's going on anymore.
Actually, I'm not surprised in the slightest. Remember what I said? There's only so many evil spirits in this world. It was a twist of fate that made him leave Wuwang Hill in the first place.
This explanation sounds a bit far-fetched to Paimon.
Actually, she pretty much summed it up.
Huh?
Don't ever question my professional instincts.
I just wanted to check up on my friends. I promise I wasn't up to any mischief. I never wanted to scare anyone. A few days ago, some people came to Wuwang Hill on a dare. I heard them saying they come from Liyue Harbor, so I followed.
It must have been poor Luocheng that he followed. Maybe he didn't notice you, but he could still feel your presence.
I was discovered?
Well, I assume so, otherwise he wouldn't have...
Yeah, Hu Tao and Meng were searching for you all over the place.
Oh, that's because I couldn't find them. It's my first time in Liyue Harbor.
Now that you mention it, Big G always had a poor sense of direction.
So, all of this, why didn't you just fly? Like any other ghost or spirit. Don't you think it's much easier to find your way from up above?
I can't. It's too high for me. I'd get scared.
That's right, yes! He used to be so afraid of heights that he wouldn't even so much as look down the hill. You haven't changed a bit.
I knew I wasn't supposed to show myself to the living, and with so many people walking around Liyue Harbor, my only choice was to hide. I wouldn't have found you if it weren't for the Leyline Monolith's call.
I'm so relieved that you haven't become an evil spirit.
Like I said, don't ever doubt my professional instincts. No, all we have to do is
But he just said he wanted to visit his friends. Apart from me, there's also little...
Well... Mung and I will escort Big G back to Wuwang Hill. You meet with those three and ask them for keepsakes to symbolize each one of them during the ritual, then come and find us.
They're all friends. Can't we just go there all together? Or maybe we can take Big G to them.
That's not a good idea. I don't want to scare them.
I wouldn't want ordinary folks to become superstitious. The less they know, the better. So be careful what you say when you collect the keepsakes.
Are we really going with Hu Tao's plan? At least by keeping things low-key, we won't be giving anyone nightmares. Hi! Do you remember us?
Oh, you. Sorry, I won't be needing the funeral parlor's services anytime soon. Yes, we grew up together. We still keep in touch even now. I don't know why he started working for Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. To be honest, I find their director to be quite peculiar. But he must have had his reasons. He's on his own now, after all. And he still can't get over what happened to Big G. Did he tell you about it?
Yeah, he did. If you could pick one thing to give to Big G as a keepsake, what would you choose? Just, theoretically speaking. We're just being hypothetical here.
I'd cook something for him. Oh, he could eat spice. I can make it for you, if you bring me some. I'm sure he'd appreciate the flavor of his childhood years. I still use that old recipe.
Deal! Just give us a minute.
Jueyun chilies are a common sight in... Great. This should... I'll get started on the when everyone's ready.
Great! See you later! How did he know?
Listen, another handsome sub today.
Not you again. I told you.
Mung told us about you.
That's true, yes. It didn't take long for his good friend, but I know there's nothing we can say to help. So, is Big G the...
How did you know?
I'm a businessman. Everyone hears the name Moo Moo and thinks I must be dim-witted. Here, take this. It's today. Business is booming. I ended up buying loads of these. It was a dream come...
Wow!
So, having found me, I guess you...
We already saw Little Wu...
I see. If it's Songzi you're after, let's meet at the overpass. I've got an errand to run. I'll come
reminiscing about old times, thinking back to past events. We've been at it for years.
Our hometown was completely destroyed in a disaster, so
They've just been telling me you're looking for keepsakes. I make artisan Sao lanterns. A few days ago, I bought some quality plastrite shards. They're currently all in the warehouse at the dock. I've already spoken to the manager. Could I ask you to retrieve them for me?
Seems like you already know what's going on. Be back in a jiffy.